Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Rove through the Canadian Rockies bush trip. It's leg 2, we're going from Sherman, Meadows to McBride. Let's go. I think we're ready to go. Let's go. Ew. Turns out this runway was longer than I thought. Right, we want 204 when we take off. I don't know what takeoff speed is, but that'll do. Because I want to get away. Good choice, music, auto DJ. Alright, 204 for 236. Start our clock, even though it's not going to be correct, this first one. Mount Gorman. Lift into the sky and sight Mount Gorman, 7,808 feet above sea level, to the southwest. 204, hang on, let's get 204. Why does it say 216? To the southwest, the mountain lies directly on the border of Alberta and British Columbia. I guess that's it in front of us? But the purple arrow is trying to do 216, which is the next one. And I'm not going to be able to climb quick enough. I have to sort of dodge to the left here a bit, I think. Just maybe try and force the issue a bit. Yeah, now we're running out of oomph. We are de-oomphed. So, it doesn't say Mount Gorman on my little Google map. I think it would. Oh, look, there's the border between Alberta and British Columbia. Let's try and get over this mountain first. Oh wow, the wind. And then get back to 204. Beautiful. 500. Is Mount Gorman in front of us, perhaps? Pretty much. Look, yeah, the other side of this ridge, probably just past this initial bump, is probably Mount Gorman if it's on the border. And yeah, we haven't quite done, we've just done 2 minutes of 2 minutes 40, and of course we're going to be slow, and we started, so... of course, the purple arrow is not meant to work, is it? Or has that been fixed? I don't know. I don't know. They did update some stuff on the bush trips a couple of updates ago. But I think that must be Mount Gorman right in front of us now. Because why not? Anyway, we're still meant to be doing 204, although the next one is 216. I'm going to wait till we're at the border, because it does say at the border. The mountain's at the border. I used to want you dead, but now I only want you gone. Alright, I reckon that's good enough. We're almost at the border. So now we want 216. 216 for 238. See what happens with the purple line in a bit later. A bit later on. Here's one. Oh, the wind, bro. This is bad. Jarvis Lakes. From Mount Gorman, gain a visual on Jarvis Lakes to the southwest. There's some mountains in the road, breh. And gain altitude. The lakes form a clearly visible east-west line and lie just to the north of Mount Jarvis, a prominent peak. Is it that prominent peak in the distance there, perhaps? That's a long way away, though. Is that going to be 2 minutes 40? Maybe. If we were at full speed. Which we're not, because we're still climbing. Because they just told us to. And where are these lakes then? So many questions. That's what I'm counting on. I used to want you dead, but now I only want you gone. As I said yesterday, I kind of prefer it all snowy. It's nice. It's very picturesque. It's just something. There's some lakes over on the left there, I guess. Is that what you're talking about? Well, you said east-west line. East-west line of lakes. Oh, I'm going to pick up a bit of speed now. Sort of level off a bit. I think 0%, one dot into 0% seemed to be the trick. But we've got to be careful with this plane because it falls apart as soon as you hit 180. Well, what's this mountain? According to Google, something Tron. What are we looking for? Mount Jarvis. We've done 2 minutes. It's Mount Mornington or something. And that's just the one that's in front of it. So hopefully the next one's Jarvis. Can we zoom out a little bit? No, then we're gonna... Yeah, no. Mount Hannington. This is Mount Hannington in front, like just below us now. Anyway, so that next one must be Mount Jarvis. We've done our 2 minutes though, but again, we're going to have been a bit slow, if that makes any grammatical sense. But we're meant to make it to... Wait, so east-west line just north of Mount Jarvis. So, oh, here are the lakes. There, the lakes are below us. So once we're over the lakes, we'll turn, because I don't think the purple arrow is working, as it shouldn't be, I think. It still works on the first leg of bush trips for some reason. And it's meant to turn off. Well, it used to turn off anyway. Oh, apparently not. But 239, that's not the next thing. I don't know what the purple arrow is doing. I think it's doing a different bush trip, which is what worries me here. Having started it and then accidentally yesterday. Anyway, I'm going to go 199 for 3 minutes 33 because that's what it tells me to do. Reset the clock. We're going to Mount Sir Alexander. From Jarvis Lakes, look to the southwest at the crest of this part of the Canadian Rockies. Mount Sir Alexander, surrounded by glaciers, is the highest point at 10,745 feet. We've done 199. Now that's it over there, isn't it? And is the northernmost mountain in the Canadian Rockies that stands taller than 10,500 feet. Looks like we need to be higher then. Let's go 2%. Carefully increasing altitude, fly past a number of peaks until reaching the dramatic glacial ice and the peak itself. How dramatic. A little bit more. Let's go up to 3%. There we go. We're meant to be doing 199. We're over the Kakwa Provincial Park and Protected Area. Excuse me, I'm having a hiccup. Having the old hiccup. Where's the drone? That's not a bad shot for the old... Uh-oh, wrong button. For the old thumbnail. Get rid of that. 1154. Come on, plane. Don't fall out of the sky just yet. I'm just trying to make some notes here. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. It's Christmas. Have some generous spirit with you. Plane. Nice. You know, why is it that I can use my microphone on an infinite number of apps at the same time, no problem, but you can only use your webcam on one app at a time? There is some programs that get around that, but also, why? Like, what would be it's just a stream of data, whether it's voice or video. I feel like it's probably some kind of ancient reason that's just not ever been fixed up in Windows. Can't imagine it's like that on a Mac. You'll probably use your webcam on everything. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe webcams are the problem. And this is Mount Sir Alexander in the glacier. Look at that. That is spectacular. Spectacular. And we're gonna have done... Well, given this is the tallest peak here, I think we can level off, right? There we go. Let's go to 0 again. There we go, there we go. 1 dot into 0. I'm going to turn once we're just past the mountain. As we zoom past it. What's the next one? 151. So yeah, I don't really want to turn fun. 151 just yet. There's a mountain in the road. There we go, that'll do. That'll do. Now we want 151 for 526. Knox Peak. From Mount Sir Alexander, turn to the south and gain a visual on Forgot-me-not Mountain. Forgot-me-not? Forget-me-not. Forget-me-not Mountain. Creatively named. Fly just to the east of Forget-me-not Mountain and sight Knox Peak, 7,667 feet. Okay, cool. That's a cool story, but which one's Forget-me-not? Got 5 minutes to work with here. Oh, we're going way too close to that red line. Let's just calm it down a bit. Calm it down a bit. This plane gives me anxiety. I don't know what the reason is why this plane doesn't have an orange area between complete disaster and like 170 is the cruising speed. That's what you're meant to be at. Kind of fucking weird. So in 10 knots, you have 110 knot breeze from behind and your plane explodes? What? Dodgy. Alright, we're gonna have to go up to 1 or something because we're losing too much height right now. Let's try 1 dot into 2. There we go. It's too much. Few dots into 1 then. Who's gonna drive you home in an aeroplane? If you wanna, I'll fly you home in my aeroplane. Knox Peak. I guess we've already flown over Forget-me-not? Hard to tell. Fly just to the east of Forget-me-not Mountain. And then Knox Peak at 7,000 something or other. There's another peak off in the distance there. I guess that's the one. And our little plane tracking thing show us that. Goat River. Yeah, it's not showing anything. We need to be at that level to see the peak names, so, and it's way too far away. Currently, way too far away. Da 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 dee. Da da da. At least the instructions are correct. I don't know what the purple arrow's doing. It's decided it wants to fly off to somewhere else. Probably tomorrow's bush trip, or yesterday's one, who knows. The game is merely a couple of years old, you know. We can't expect all the bugs to be taken out. Even though the bush trips have had these problems since day one. Oh, who'd be a bush trip content creator? So were we meant to go... No, it doesn't say anything about... East of Forget-Me-Not Mountain. Alright, so that's not that one there. We must have already done it. And this must be Knox Peak in front of us. Surely. Surely. I'm supposed to be doing 151 though. Maybe this is Knox Peak. We've done 4 minutes of 5.5 now. Can't be. Yeah, it can't be. I do think that's probably Knox Peak over there. That's my working theory anyway. Still losing height. Little rivers down there, oh, aren't they cute? A little bit more trimming. So where's the music? But this song does start off pretty soft. I think it's instrumental as well, so let's put it on the instrumental playlist. Called writing, even though I haven't been doing any writing. I really should. I don't know. I don't know how to get back into it, to be honest. It's just such a blow to the ego every time I sit down, and it's like, fuck, I suck at writing. And I could probably get pretty good at writing if I did it every day for 10 years. It would have been better if I'd started it. Well, I did start it 10 years ago. I just didn't keep it up. More than 10 years ago. I've been writing my whole life, but... What do you do? It's like everything. You just have to stumble into the habit, really. You can want to be in the habit and never get there, and then one day you realise, hey, I've 404 days, 405 days I've been flying a plane around the world every day. Like, you know, it was a goal to do that, but honestly, I thought I would have gotten bored with it by now, but it's just getting more and more interesting. I don't know how to describe it. This is awesome. The more you do, the more it's like, holy shit, I've flown all over the world as if it was real, you know? There's no shortcuts here. I have flown from France to Australia, back to Europe, over from Russia into Canada now. 400 days, and every day I left from the place I landed in the day before. Come on, that's some kind of achievement, surely. It's Christmas. Have some, you know, have some generosity of spirit. Give me that, at least. Na 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 na. Wondering what I'm singing to. The full version of recording this was done live on stream, where there's music. Which, if you're watching this just on the YouTube, on the channel, the normal bush trip video, you probably think I'm completely insane, which I am. But you know. You want it with the music, there's a link down below. It's in the playlist. In the playlist. We've done 7.5 minutes. I've forgotten to turn, basically. 172. 172. Too many tangents. Where are we going? So 172, we probably need to be a little bit to the right because I've turned probably a minute late. We're going to Fraser River. To the south-southwest of Knox Peak, sight Ghostal Peak at 7,526 feet. Pass just to the east of Ghostal Peak and sight the Fraser River in the distance where it meets the McHale River. The Fraser River is the longest river in British Columbia and empties into the Strait of Georgia adjacent to the city of Vancouver. Vancouver! I see a river down there, that's probably it, right? And then we need to just find out where perhaps it meets, what was it? McHale River. I don't think we're very lost. We're just mostly lost. I can creep in. Alright, I think we can now lose a bit of height. The next turn after this is down into this valley to the runway, I think. Yeah. So once we get to this river, and hopefully it's the same point as another river. Oh, McBride. I'm not seeing it on the Googles yet. Goat River. Goat River. Well, we're pretty much over this river here. Seems to be called Goat River, though, on the Googles. Let's see if we can... Yeah, McBride's down to our left. Fair enough. Look, you know, given that I sort of went off on a different direction there, I think this is probably good enough. I think we can now go 112 for 2 minutes 27. Resetting our clock. We should be able to see this runway. It's a big white runway. Oh, come on. I hate this plane so much. I'm just turning. Alright, so McBride's down there somewhere. We're following this river. We're going down the valley. We're losing some height. All at the same time. And we've got to try and find this airport. So McBride. Follow the Fraser River to the southeast in the town of McBride and land at McBride Airport. Okay, I did not see an airport, to be perfectly honest with you. It's not far from the river though. And I don't know which way the picture is pointing. As always. So, I don't know if the airport's on the left side of the river, the way we're looking, or the right side. Completely useless. These pictures. I think we've lost enough height for now. Let's get back up to full power. Probably don't want to be that trimmed. Something like 0% would be better. Let's not go full power. We are almost going to hit the red. Such a twitchy airplane. So twitchy. That's not the runway on the left there. Okay. We're just above Lamming Mills according to Google. With McBride being just beyond it. So there must be an airport here somewhere. Somewhere out there. That's just me singing. That's not me singing along to the music on the live stream. So that's just pure madness. Hello, got an airport? Got a football. Is that a football field there or something? Bro. But where's this Lemming Mills? I see nothing. There's a little bit of a town at the base of the mountain there. It's more likely a couple of farms. Maybe even some mills. Wouldn't that be a coincidence? The lambing mills. None of this makes any sense. I went closer to the airport for a couple of minutes than more than I should have. Came back this way into the valley, and it's telling me 2 minutes to the airport from where we were. These timings are completely wrong. Unless I've somehow... Is that the airport right there? That's not what it looks like on the picture, but there is a straight line there. Can we see it on here? Well, maybe. It might be it. Alright. Start descending. Little town next to it. I guess that's it. It's probably McBride. Yeah, that should be about right. Come back to like, I don't know, that'll do. 7? Not sure. I need to lose more speed. Come on, plane. Come on, plane. I want to put the flaps down. If you don't mind, plane. There we go. Good plane. Oh, aren't you a good plane? God, it's so balloony. It's the slightest of control changes, and boom, it's either launching like a rocket or plummeting like a brick. That must be it. It doesn't look anything like what I can see on the picture here, but I guess things change. And it's certainly got to be it, right? That's a runway. Come on, plane. Are you really going to floof all the way there? We just lose a bit of height. Thank you. I miss my diamond. I'm just so used to the diamond. These other planes, they do my head in. Look at this valley, though. Look at the distance over there. The lens flare. The huge mountains. The river. Another spectacular place to live. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, at least it's serene, at least it's calm, you know? Car below us, little farms. Try and actually straighten up on this runway. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? Can't believe we're still possibly too high. I think we'll be fine. Because we've got a lot of speed to work with. In fact, I think I will. I need to floof down a bit like this. There we go. Now I'm feeling much better about it. We're still not too fast, so that's good. That's good. This plane is more albatross than anything else. Very floaty. Here we go. We've made it. McBride. Beautiful. Oh, we're bouncing, are we? Bouncing. Get the brakes on. Get the brakes on. So floaty it bounced. Jesus, and the brakes are just trash. Boom. Leg 2. Leg 2 in the book. Canadian Rockies bush trip. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, thank you for existing. Au revoir, goodbye.